Vision. Where do I start? Beginning of 2020, that says it all. Earlier this year, I was sitting down in my living room at night and I was thinking about how do we launch Baldwin Co into the marketplace in 2020. And it was very clear to me that very few times in history do we come across an era where we're living in 2020, which to me brings clarity and brings vision to whatever you do. Now, it's very easy in these challenging times right now to be distracted from that vision. And I just want to encourage you right now, whether you're setting up a business, whether you existingly have a business and early in the year you had New Year's resolutions and you're sitting back there with your business partners or family or whatever, and you started to write those things out. I really want to encourage you right now that think back into early January, even late 2019 in December, when you started to think about what your goals were for your business and your family in 2020. I think and I really believe that's super important right now in the challenging times that we're living in, is to bring that back in our vision as core center. Because let's be honest, there's so many things out there and even people that will distract you. I know myself at times you get phone calls from people or you get emails and people always trying to distract you from where you should be heading and putting ideas in your head. And sometimes that's a good thing, but other times that can be a distracting and a bad thing for you. So I really want to encourage you right now. I want to do an episode on vision and encourage you. 2020 is a year of clarity for you and your business, and a year of clarity for what you're doing, whether in sales and marketing or in development, to bring back the vision that you had in your mind, in your spirit early on in this year for your life and for your business, back in accordance to where you want to head. Although COVID-19 is right back bang smack in the middle of what we're doing right now, and it's a distraction. We can't ignore it. It's there. It's in the natural. It's in front of us, and we go, right, it's there. We've got to deal with it. But guess what? We can also take control of our mind, in our thoughts, and where they're going, and go, right, those thoughts, that mindset isn't the mindset or the thoughts that I started 2020 with. Somewhere along the line, I got distracted, and where I was heading, it took me off guard, it caught me by surprise and off balance, and it's now distracted me from actually where I want to head as a business. And I want to right now encourage you to go back. If you've written those goals down or you mentally had them tracked in your head, go away. Some people call it the blue sky day, where you go away somewhere and you actually write down your goals for your business and for yourself and so on. There's so many forms of that out there in the marketplace, but I really want to encourage you to go away right now, whether it's in your room, whether it's in your business or your office, and start to write those goals down that you had for 2020 again, and start to make sure that you're doing everything that you can and what you're doing right now to position yourself to see that vision come to pass. That might not come to pass in 2020, but start to think ahead of the game. Start to think about next year, 2021 as well, and start to position yourself. Go, hey, although I can't ignore that this is going on right now. It's a real thing. People are getting hurt, and businesses are all over the place, left, right, and center. And we can't ignore those fundamental things. But what we can do is take what's going on and use it to our core strength and go, right, yes, that's a reality. These things are changing. My business is changing. The way that I set out early in the year and put together a vision has changed for these circumstances and reasons. Don't park your vision. Don't park what you had in store for yourself. Start to think, start to downpack, get a pen and paper, start to audio tape yourself, almost podcast yourself, put yourself in front of a camera just like this and re-record yourself talking to yourself about how you can overcome this situation, how your business can overcome this situation, your thinking can overcome this situation. And I'm sure that you'll look back on this season in 2021 and go, gee, I'm glad I stopped in the middle of a crisis, in the middle of a time where I was faced with so much distraction, and I actually brought it back to basics and put my business and my thinking back on track. So for 2020, just remember, it's a year of vision, it's a year of breakthrough for you and your business, and it's a year of incredible opportunity for all of us. So get ready. 2020 is not over yet, guys. Stay switched on, stay in that strategic thinking, stay in that zone of going, hey, I'm not down yet, I'm not out yet. Let's keep moving forward. There's opportunities on the table. And later in this year, there's going to be some incredible positioning taking place in businesses all around Australia and around the world, where if you're smart and you strategically put yourself in that position and you think about where your vision was and where it's heading, and don't lose sight of where you were going with it, you're going to be really successful. Thanks so much for listening to another episode of Tomorrow's Luxury Living by Baldwin Co with Jamie Bourne.